if you have not asked the pastor of your local church this question and you are a worker in that assembly, you are wrong. And what's that question? What is the mandate behind this church? What did God say to you? What did God... Now listen, this is something very funny, because we are in the... A lot of things are mixed up. Actually, a lot of things are mixed up, and I will explain. There are two things you must understand concerning your local church: the covenant of God behind that church, and the mandate of the church itself. The covenant of God behind that church and the mandate of the church. So many years ago, I think around 2018, a sister had walked up to me who asked me, how do you correctly serve in a local church? And I told her, hold on please, when you enter a new church, the first thing you should find out is the covenant behind that church. There's an altar. There's what God has covenanted, either by the sacrifice of the man of God or by the consistent intercession in that place. So there's a covenant behind every house. Don't doubt it at all. So leaving that aside, your own primary assignment is to by observation prayerfully find out the covenant working in a local assembly. But more importantly is, before you take a step further to join the workforce of any local assembly, you must, and I'm not talking about, because these days a lot of young people just think what I'm talking about is not your pastor casually saying it, that in 1921 God said, God. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about all those times that the pastor preaches with it. I'm talking about a clear definition. So many years ago, I listened to Dr. Miles Monroe when he said something very powerful. He said it is the assignment of every local church to preach the gospel. That is the core mission. That's the general mission. But every church must have a vision. There's a vision that God has given every man of God of a local church. And he used an example that was, I think I can still remember. He said, imagine a very wide marketplace, and there are different shoe outlets. There are different places they sell. People sell adult shoes, people sell female shoes, people sell male shoes, but there's just one store that sells children's shoes. If you are going to that market, children's shoes. If you are going to that market to get a shoe for your child, you don't enter the place where they sell adult shoes. You don't enter, even though they are all selling shoes. Are you getting the point now? There's a specific place you are going to, and say you are new to the market, the right thing to do is to ask, please, I know there are many shoe outlets here, but where can I get shoes for children? I hope you get what I'm saying now. So it's like that. Actually, the mission of every church is to propagate the gospel. That is actually the assignment of every believer, not just even the local church, but every church. Even though the core mission is to propagate the gospel, there is a vision. There's what God has told the man of God, and you must find out. You cannot successfully serve. You cannot serve right if you don't understand this. May God help us in the name of Jesus.